up, everybody? We are back in Greta, headed to Alabama. You can see that in the rear view there. Then you know I've been hanging out with Lance Bush again. So for this little adventure, we are headed to Alabama to drop off that. From there, headed up to Keegan and Allie Baker's house. Friday, I have to go pick up a 40 model COE for Lance so that I can bring that back home to him Sunday. But then Saturday, we're going to go to Winrock and we're going to do a little bit of wheeling in Greta. We are cruising 75, which is about 72 down the interstate. Got the air AC going, which is a pretty nice feeling considering this is Thursday. Tuesday, I broke the rear suspension in the car, and instead of taking the rear end out in the parking lot where the car was sitting, I decided to try to move it with the rear end hanging. I ended up folding the frame up. This is what that looked like. Good deal. I was pretty disgusted at the moment. I knew I was leaving this morning. I had Tuesday evening and all day Wednesday to get this thing back together and ready for this trip. We bent the frame back down with a tractor. Got some half-inch steel plate that I ran down the sides of the frame. They're about 5 foot long. To gusset that, I put a couple of bars in there to strengthen it up, make kind of like a kind of triangulation in it. Welded the rear end back to the one link and then put gussets on it like I should have done in the first place. It's hard to believe 3 years ago, Josh Mazerol and I driving this thing to New Hampshire couldn't get over 55 mile an hour and it would barely run about 70 mile per hour. Now I'm rolling 75, 72 to 75, dragging a trailer with a Metro body on it. It gets about 11 or 12 towing the trailer. It gets 15 empty. I just checked the mileage on this thing. It was 23 gallons, 241 miles, 10.47, which really, 10 and a half miles to the gallon, I don't think that's bad at all. I had a guy pull up on a Harley, gets off the bike, he's freaking out. He's like, man, I've never seen anybody famous. He's like, I wash busted knuckle all the time. Pretty funny, he thinks I'm famous, but it was pretty cool to stand there and talk with him. So I'm going to attempt to drain my catch can into this gallon jug I just used to put oil in. And attempt to drain that in there. I wonder how much of a mess I can make. If I can drop my plug into the gallon jug. Wasn't too terrible, I don't guess. Love the backwoods of Tennessee.
Police ever bother you in that big thing?
Sometimes. It's more in the states where something like this would be illegal.
Yeah.
But
because you're registered in Texas, it's okay, I guess?
Yeah. it is, the day we're gonna go wheeling. Keegan's known about this for
about 3 months.
Yeah, look at him. Putting nuts on the front shocks because they ain't got no bolt, they ain't got no nuts on them, just a bolt hanging there. Radiator hose is impregnated, needs to be changed.
Minor details.
Yeah, how long has it been since this thing's been looked over?
2 months?
Yeah.
Ish.
Bolt check, good. Time to tire down this big pile.
People are supposed to know that.
Do what?
People are supposed to know that.
You would think people are supposed to know how to change a tire, but there's people out there that don't. Do you know how to change one? Kind of?
I know that you have to get
Lug nuts on? tell you, I wonder if it's... Well, I'm thinking if it's broke down there, we hook to it and drag it up this way.
We're up against another big tree.
Yeah, but where's the
Is that other big tree?
Well, I don't have a winch, but I mean we can hook to the back of it.
Can we get a few people to pull the back that way?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. If we can drag it back enough to get it past that tree there,
Yeah.
then we can come on down with it.
Yeah. Where did it break at?
Well, it broke limbs down there, but I think if we grab it up here, yeah, there's enough.
Right here. Yeah.
The next biggest tree is that one right there, so we should be able to break it off before there. Just need a few straps and we can hook it into the hitch on mine.
Right.
Oh, it's hung on the top. Shit. Well, like you said, if we can get a couple to grab down there and pull it and back up and do it the same way you did. Push on it.
Yeah, we can
It should be
turn. I
easier
can turn
now,
around and we
it's
can
torn
hook
from
to
the-
it,
from the roof.
drag it back this way and get it past that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it won't take that in much to.
Probably just hook it
Yeah.
right past that first handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there where it forks off.
Old Greta up here.
Can we see if we slide it down? Do it.
What is that car?
First trip.
Grand Marquis.
I've never seen a Grand Marquis have to save a bunch of Jeeps.
God,
a
yeah.
new one.
Hey, keep this to ourselves, okay?
Yeah. You might want to grab your saw before his big ass runs over.
my very antsy, nervous wife.
I mean, I don't think it
sent her a
hurt it
picture.
any.
I
It
said,
won't tear
hey,
it up,
There's a
it'll
car
just-
going with us. It can't be that bad.
It just won't work no more.
Papaw in his damn sedan.
That's when he told me, he
Who's
was like,
talking
yeah, my
about
buddy Sean in the Grand Marquis. I was like, what?
Uh-oh.
Don't tell me he's got a dead battery.
Oh no!
My lord.
Oh my word!
Mine's easy to get off.
We got push started.
That one's not even trying.
Hey, we'll edit that part out.
No, that's a failure. Everybody wants to see failure.
I got a battery that's pretty easily accessible.
Successfully failed.
This thing has a mind of its own as far as charging goes.
So this whole off the trail at 5 o'clock thing, what was that about?
I gotta be at work at 5 in the morning, so that sounds good to me.
I gotta be at work whenever I want to show up. Just yanking parts off your Jeep.
Oh, the same place yours was, same battery. Yep. Oh, mine's economy. Yours is extreme.
I knew I should have grabbed the battery out of the trailer. Bad things, no parking brake.
Minor detail. Pretty sure it's out of a dump truck. F550. Dana S135, I think. It's got a. Alright. I'm picturing like something off a Final Destination where a piece breaks off and then impales us.
I'm gonna let you pull.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to drag it on up the trail.
Alright, now let's see who goes where.
Hey, Sean, show him who this tree belongs to. Now turn around and follow us.
So we've done trail 30, 90. I know we ended up on 60. Now we're coming up to trail 15. Gonna try it and then we'll be done for the day.
That hard to find headlight he was talking about.
Well, trail 15 is a no-go for this time. There's the coil spring. I had lengthened my chains back there, my limits chains, and didn't flex it out to test it. So earlier in the day, the coil spring come off and was riding right here. Well, when I went up into 15 there, it flexed out and bent the cup up there. And you can see it broke the bolt off there. So you can see, maybe, yeah, see where the cup is welded and now it's kicked up there. It's supposed to be flat. I was on a line, I thought, got up close to a tree and hit the tree, but I didn't care. I just kept going, and she kind of toasted the old front fender and front boot there. No big deal. Now I just got to figure out how to get the coil spring back in it. It actually will set down on the bump stop. I mean, believe it or not, I could actually drive it like that, but I do need to get the coil spring back in it so it will actually ride okay. We're gonna try to find a decent spot in this ditch to flex it out so I can get the coil spring put back in it. Then we'll start heading back to get everything loaded up and head towards the house. I'll keep you posted. Here's what we did. That spring pocket bent, so I've got 2 rocks shoved up in there, black tape and a ratchet strap to keep it from folding back up this way. So the spring will sit down there, stay in the car. Guess we're gonna try to make it home and see if we can find a welder. Bent my fender back down a little bit. I bet that still works. I bet that does too. We're gonna have to find a welder so that we can weld up that crack right there. Get that welded up, then I'll feel a lot better about dragging the trailer with it. We're gonna ease on to the house. Not necessarily trail repair. Did find a welder and we're fixing to get that crack welded back up. Keep my spring pocket from folding out. And I'm gonna leave my rocks and ratchet straps in there.
Yep.
Well, the crack's welded back up. We're gonna leave all of that in there. So now all we need to do is put that coil spring back on and swap tires. It's like early o'clock. I left Keegan's house about 4 o'clock this morning. Not trying to push this thing super hard. Be running 65, 70, trying to keep the temperatures down and that kind of thing. To stop at Buc-ee's. Give me a little bite to eat. Thank you. She's looking pretty pitiful, but still got mud on it from Winrock. Straps are checked. Let's get back on the road. So after changing tires and fixing the spring and putting the hitch back on, finally getting a shower and getting something to eat. I got into bed about 1 o'clock this morning. 12-hour trip home. Pulling this trailer is not going to be a 12-hour trip home. It's going to be a lot longer than that. Set my alarm for 3:30. Got up at 3:30. Left about 4:15. About 7:30. The old eyelids were heavier than these 18-wheelers out here, so I had to make a pit stop and take a little cat nap. We eased up back here in the back. Got us about an hour of sleep. Little snack for the road. Made it past Nashville, which was something that I struggled to do. It was a goal and I met it. I'm gonna get back on the road, try to get home sometime today. Back into Arkansas. So this is about a every second or third car occurrence. That's a pretty awesome feeling to build something just off the wall, retarded, and it's liked by all. I mean, there's going to be some people that don't care for it. That's fine. You're never going to please you're never going to please everybody. Tuesday night, 2 days before I leave, you get wind of something. Are you a little worried?
Oh, your axle? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. I guess it did all right though, huh?
Yeah. Potential like 15. Well, we knew it was 1,500 miles to get this.
Right.
So all in all, I think it was around 1,700.
I was a little concerned with the car, but then after we strapped the Metro onto the trailer, I had a little bit of concern with how well that was going to hold up too, because it was a little raggedy itself.
The axle falls out of it, and then the frame folds up 2 feet. A little worried?
A little bit, yeah. I knew you could do it though if anybody could.
She's home, tires are strapped down. I'm going home myself to get some rest.